Hi folks, I'm Leanne. Welcome to Print and Polish. This is where I talk about a book that I read and do my nails at the same time. I'm just learning how to do nail art, so they might turn out, they might not. Let's get started. Today's book is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. It's a science fiction book that was published in 2021, and the hardcover runs to 496 pages. What the back cover should say is this: this is likely the best book you'll ever read. Go get a copy now. Right now. I can wait. Seriously. What the actual book cover doesn't fill you in on is the very, very best part of the story, and I get it. I don't really want to share it either. This book is such a ride, and I don't want to ruin anything for anyone. You know how you see memes asking which book you wish you could read for the first time again? This is one of mine. But I do know that I'm going to have to share a little bit because, well, that's the whole point of this. A quick rundown in my own words is this. Ryland Grace, a teacher, gets sent up into space to save the world from a space threat. He needs to go so far away he's put to sleep for the trip, but he wakes up in space with amnesia and his crew is dead. He figures out his purpose in little bits and pieces, and I really like how this was done in flashbacks. Not only do we discover what Ryland's purpose is, but we also get to see what he was truly like back on Earth. It gives fantastic insight into his character development and how he changes throughout the entire book. We even get to see how he was roped into this adventure, what his personal life was like, and how he related to the crew prior to leaving Earth. Anyway, he works his way through his amnesia and the mission with the help of an unexpected ally, which is hands down one of the best allies. I need a friend like Rocky. Jazz hands! He faces so many unknowns, hard decisions, impossible ones, honestly, and makes very devastating sacrifices for Earth. We've all seen movies and read books about extraterrestrial threats to Earth, and we're all going to die and all that kind of stuff. The thing with this one is that it's not entirely what you would expect. Here's a hint. It's not something a human can drop kick or punch or anything like that. It's something that I haven't really come across before. Now, I'm not normally one for science fiction to this extent, so it's highly, highly likely that if there is something like this, I missed it, but I thought it was an amazing spin. So as I said, I'm not one for major science fiction, but there's just something about Andy Weir's books that draws me in. I really loved The Martian too, so it's quite similar to that, so I can see why I like it so much. There's a lot of actual science in his books, but it's explained so well and in real language for the most part, so I can even understand it. And it's not pretentious, it's conversational. The characters are so well written, even though the situations are out there, somehow you can still relate to the people. We're introduced to new technology several times throughout this book, and each time I feel like I ended up having a good handle on what it is, what it does, and how it works because it was so well explained for me. In the case of Project Hail Mary, it hits you in the feels hard. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll hit every response in between. Granted, I read it at an incredibly hard time in my life, and that probably played a part in that, but there was definitely times where I was bawling like a baby, so consider yourself warned. I could rave about this book until the end of time. I really, really could. The first time I read it, I finished the last page and immediately flipped back to the beginning to read it again. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing book, and I'm not sure that I could be any more excited for the movie. Yes, there's going to be a movie. IMDb says it's in development, so who knows when it's coming out, but it will come. If I keep talking about this, I'm sure I'm going to ruin some of the surprises, so I'm just going to call it so I don't do that. That's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for joining in. Links to the book and nail products are down in the show notes. If you think of a book that you'd like me to read or a nail design you would like me to try, please let me know in the comments. If you'd like something a little bit different, check out my other playlists where I read classic books like The Count of Monte Cristo. Thanks again and have a great day. I'll see you later.